don't go as fucked up. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like even after high school, like I would be drinking a lot, so I would always get drunk and go paint. But I did it a little bit more, more thoughtfully instead of just so, like wild.
Now that you have your name, your skills are improving. You've served time for graffiti. You then joined two of the biggest crews in all of Los Angeles. First, I'd like to start with the crew BWS. Can you tell us about first joining that well-known crew?
Yeah, so I started, after high school, I started going to East Los Angeles College for a little while, and while I was going, I was taking this graphic design class, and I ended up meeting the homie Woer, W-O-E-R. And so I met him there. We had the same class, and then little that I knew that he lived the block behind me. I was like, what the fuck, So we started, hanging out more, and then I ended up meeting the homie Actor, and little by little, they just like, hey, what's up? You want to get in? So they got me into BWS, and then from there, at that time, like, them alone too, like, were killing it, like they were putting in work. So, getting in, I was like, damn, this is a dope crew.
Had War and Actor heard of SKEAM? Did they get you in because you were their homie?
Around that time, we weren't so close because I had kind of just met them. Maybe my style kind of got them intrigued to get me in, and the drive I think I had.
Do you have to do any missions to get into the crew? Do they give you any missions to complete to prove yourself?
I mean, we went out together and we went to go paint, kind of see like what I got, or the drive that I had. So yeah, we just went out and painted together.
What does BWS stand for?
Born with Style.
Do you know the history of BWS, like who started it?
Yeah, so the homie Actor, Dutch, they kind of started in the homie show, like in like breakdancing kind of, it was like a breaking with style. So they were like breakdancers, and they were doing graph. I think they were going to like the Roosevelt, I think it was. And yeah, so it started kind of like a breakdancing crew, and then little by little, they started writing more, and that's what it grew into.
Can you name, was it always a small crew? Can you name some of the other members in BWS when you joined them?
Yeah, so around that time, it was the homie Ager, Show, Actor, Dutch, Woe, Realm, Drew. Yeah, it was quite a few.
Do you recall first going to one of their meetings? Do they invite you to one of their meetings?
Yeah. Back then, we would hang out a lot together, and we would have a lot of meetings very often. It was very like family oriented.
Do they take a vote to let you in? Do you have approval from Actor and War right away, and that you're in automatically?
Yeah, I got the approval through Actor and War, so that was pretty dope. And as soon as I came around, I was accepted by everybody.
Are you still in BWS?
Yeah.
Is that the oldest crew you're representing?
Yep.
Now, with BWS, a well-known crew, you also join NBC, which is another huge crew in Los Angeles. Can you please tell us about how that comes about?
Yeah, so probably like a few years before I got in, I started kicking it with the homie Punch and the homie Tank, and then I met Scofer. So I started going to like the Graff Wars and stuff, and kind of getting to know them a little bit more, and I think just like about a year or two ago, like it was kind of like long overdue, and the homie Punch, asked me to get in. Scof and Punch, they were kind of like talking, and yeah, they were like, let's put him down. So they offered me the opportunity.
How do you first meet Punch?
I don't remember how I first met him. It might have been through Graff Wars, but I'm not sure. I don't really recall too much.
Did he know who you were right away? That he heard your name?
Yeah, I think around that time I was getting into billboards, so my name was kind of getting out there.
You said it was long overdue you joined the crew. Why did it take so long?
I think we tried to build trust and relationship with people before we get them in. So I think just that, building the relationship of friendship and knowing who that person is.
What does NBC stand for?
It stands for Nobody's Coder.